Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and I don't know how tonight's stream is actually going to work here. I am actually wearing like a, I don't, I know it's a track suit if you have the pants and the jacket. I don't know what it is when it's just the jacket, but I'm wearing a jacket tonight and jeans. Mind you, I live tropical, right? So it's pretty warm here already, but I have come down with some kind of cold or something, and I am freezing. So bear with me. I know my voice is a bit rough. I apologize for that. But I did not want to like bail on the people who come and watch my videos regularly. So I am here. I just don't know how long I will be here for. As you can see, I have gotten some progress on the big project because I'm back to the right-hand side again. So let me show you some pictures. Um, this is what it looks like right now. It is, I got all the way across. I only got to there last night. It was like one of the last things I did before I went to bed. And there you have the weight. It's 1 kg plus 76 grams, and that's cutting off all the excess strings that I've replaced. So it's obviously it is gaining weight. And here's this picture. I not sure if you guys can really grasp what's going on, but if you notice, like some strings are kind of long, but there's a lot of them are short. Yeah, all those shorter ones need to be replaced. And that's what's really going to be like the biggest bulk of what I'm going to have to do in this next row that I'm adding. Now, with any luck, that will mean that there'll be enough string left to when I do the final run, it'll be quick and easy. But right now, like just this square alone, had 8 different strings replaced inside of it. So that's a lot of extra work. It really it besides having to get up and go and get the string and all that kind of stuff, it just all adds up. Well, before we get too far into this, oh hey, thank you, Rainbow Haze. I hope so too as well. I hope that I don't give it to Mandy. That's my big thing. Um, but yeah. So anyways, I got a question earlier today, and it was one of those like, ooh, good questions, and I thought I would try to do something here. So um, she basically, okay, so I don't know how to say her name right, but her name is it starts with Sam, so we'll just call her Sam for now. Sam was saying that she only knows how to do a bracelet by going from the pattern and going straight no matter which way the strings are going, and how to do more of like how I do it, how I do, segments and stuff. And I thought that was kind of an interesting question. And I think it really comes back to, well, first off, not to knock people who use patterns, um, because patterns are useful, patterns are handy, but the only way you could do this is if you didn't get if you didn't work out stuff on your own. So, um, back when I first was starting, I could only do like the candy stripes like this, right? When I suddenly had the epiphany that if I tied the knot backwards, I could go the other direction, I got this, right? Halfway through that bracelet, I was like, well, wait, can't I change the direction? I think I'd be more comfortable with them going this way, right? So what I did was I left off the end string here, let it stay at the edge, and brought all of these just a little bit, like to the end. So whatever string it was on, so they just kept getting smaller and smaller, and then brought this over. And that was the beginning of me doing a pattern that I thought I just created entirely myself, but it turns out like other people were doing it as well. And what do they call that? Oh, dovetail, right? And now there's a whole bunch of different things you can do after you get to this, but this led to being able to do changing it around. And then if I wanted to go back to the other direction, I would bring these down and then bring this way. So what did I learn? Well, one of the most important things, mind you, she did tell me that she has problems like when she does this, tries to do the segments or whatever, there's mistakes. But what I learned was you pretty much always, and this is no matter what, you have to start at the top, right? So on the big project, all of these points up here are the tops, right? They are all equal. It doesn't matter. I could do this square here before doing this one, and it won't hurt anything. But I have to start at the highest point. And most likely, what is going wrong when you're used to going straight down the rows, um, is not knowing how to get the other strings to go off the way you need it to. So hopefully that's helpful. Um, I would definitely recommend if you're not accustomed to working on something other than doing that method, I would say start out with some of the really simple beginner type projects. Like you could do something where, let's say there's 6 strings, on either side. You got your loop up here, right? You could do where it makes a diamond. Oh, here's another possible reason for getting it wrong. So let's say there's 6 strings. As you go this way, you'll have the 6 knots. When you go this way, it'll only be 5 because you've already tied the one in the center here, right? So then it goes down fewer, right? So that'll be 4, 3, 2, right? So you make a diamond, and then so you have this one here. This one, bring this string all the way out. You can either cross it or you can make it veer first and then do a diamond. And because these patterns really kind of make you have to work on an area, because like you're over here doing this, and then you come over here and you do this, and then you go back to the diamond again, right? So something like that would be like a really easy way to kind of get yourself into doing it and being able to change how you do your bracelets. Because like I said, I mean, it's just a matter of not having practice. Once you do it where you do a segment at a time, um i I think there's no coming back from it because it's so much faster and it's so much easier. And yeah, so hopefully that helps. um I was hoping that she was going to be here for the video, but there's the time zones and stuff. She's a few hours ahead, so it's already like 1 a.m. there. So I had to record this now so that way she could watch this tomorrow. So there you have it. And I have fallen way behind on the whole chat. Um, that's well, you're here today, Charity, so that's awesome. Again, I really apologize for the voice. I know it doesn't sound like the normal me, and I hate it. I hate it. I am rough. I have had the last couple days where the fever just comes as soon as the medications wear off, the fever comes right back. So every like 4 hours I have to take something for it. So it's been a little bit rough, to say the least. So anyways, and before I get too far, I do have to remind everybody the secret word game is still on. Um, the hints were, it has to do with my videos or one of my videos or something to that effect. It has to do with one of my videos. So I figured when I picked the word, I figured, oh, that'd be a fun topic to talk about. So that's how the word got picked. So if that helps, cool. Anyways, what else? Um, Aw, thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I'm sure that my voice is not like it's not good. This is not good. So yeah, this is going to be an early night. I can already tell you in advance it is going to be an earlier night. Um, Mostly because I don't think I could keep talking for um, what 2, 3 hours at a time like I normally do. So, but yeah, I'm really excited about the progress on this. I was not sure um, if I was going to be able to make it to this side of the project before this video. And last night, even though I was kind of feeling like hell, I kind of pushed and I got it. So I was like pretty excited. So like even here, you can kind of see like how I kind of broke this up. I'm doing a segment. So if you're like, oh hey Catholic, yay. Um, let's see how I feel. Um, Honestly, I hadn't even thought about that. Um, I don't mind the hangout. Yeah. What Rainbow Haze is talking about is Patreon, which great segue into this. Um, yeah. Um, Patreon, we have a hangout once a month on the first Sunday of the month. So yeah, that's it's possible that might get postponed. Um, which reminds me, yeah, if I'm the boss, then I should be meaner and tell you I have to get that newsletter out because nobody's got the link for the hangout anyways. So yeah. Um anyway. Um wow, somebody from Germany. Oh, thank you. I really need to get over this soon. I am really just not used to this. Yeah, I can you know, honestly, at this point, any of my Patreon people who want to just like give me a time and whatever to hang out, we can totally do that. We can go that route as well. Because I know that one of the people that one of my patrons is really like self-conscious about not speaking English well, so never makes it to the group ones because of that. So, but yeah. Oh, I didn't get the music started. So yeah, yeah, I kind of, you know, I do wish I was feeling better, but I am proud of myself for being strong and getting at least this far. Yeah, and one of the things I normally have is my wife in the same room. She can point to me when like there's things going on in the chat that I miss. Um, and but she's not in the same room with me because I don't have the air conditioner running in here, and yeah, even without the air conditioner, I'm still in a jacket and jeans. So it's a bit rough. So what else? But yeah, we kind of been a little bit slow around here. Nothing real special going on other than, like I said, getting that row finished. Um, was all excited today to finally pull it out and take photos. Yeah, good morning indeed. Glad you made it. I get it's early there. That's it can't be easy. So yeah, oh, back to the whole segment. So basically, even as I do this row here, right, the knot that I'm actually tying will be the top of this particular row, and I'm just going to bring this whole white one all the way down, because that's kind of what it does. I don't, just because I'm doing a segment doesn't mean I have to concentrate to over here or whatever else. It's about finding paths that make doing this basic stuff easier on yourself. So hopefully my friend figures this out and gets it going. And I say friend, it's one of the many people I've met that do bracelets that I've never actually seen in person. So yeah. Right. So which way is better, Gothic, when the time zones go back to normal, or the winter time zones? Which one's easier to get up to see me? Because to be honest, I always forget which way that goes. And I should know, because I spent a number of years with Mandy being in one time zone and me in another, so yeah. So yeah, I'm just tucking along the strings that are been replaced, tucking in the short ends and stuff back in around through the hole that I've cut through the board, in case you're wondering what that was. I found that this was the easiest way for me to try to do it, but mind you, if anybody's looking at taking on a big project like this, one of the things you really have to be good at is being able to spot where you might make a mistake, or be on the lookout for things. Because I'm adding strings, it would be really easy to inadvertently slip a little row in somewhere or do something that would be bad for the whole rest of the project. So there's an element of having to watch for it. And then, like, if you add a string and then the string zigzags, the one that's being discontinued ends up traveling straight while the other one turns. So you can end up with, like, earlier I had up in here, I don't know which one it was, but I had a blue and a yellow together, right? And you have to be able to keep track of which one is the one that's being discarded. So yeah, it could really go bad. That's awesome. 30 years of knotting. I've got just a bit more. And how do you say that name? Is it Tinny? See, this is why I don't do names. I suck at it. But yeah. I too am curious how you found us. I somehow would not be surprised at all if it's somebody I actually know from Instagram or follow on Instagram. I do follow a number of bracelet makers. Oh, right on. Well, if you have an Instagram, you should share a link, because obviously if you got 30 years of experience, you probably do some pretty cool stuff. So. Alright, now I need 2 light blues to be able to complete out this diamond here. And I'll show you how I add the strings. If you've never seen my videos before, you might not know how to do it. So, these ones are easy to see. Alright, let's start from this side. So essentially, for changing up the strings, right? This one is really short and needs to go, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a knot, but don't go all the way through with it. And then I'm going to take a string of the same color, and I'm going to find its center. Basically put the 2 ends together and then just kind of fold it so it comes all the way to the end of a loop. And that is going to go over the string that goes underneath, right? And I'm going to take the string I already tied 1 knot with. I'm going to go ahead and finish tying the second one. Now, I take the new strings and I do bring it in like that, you know, first part of the knot, and take the old one and just lay it through the middle. And after having done 3 or 4 knots like that, lay it across the middle. It will be like secure enough that no matter what happens, even if on bags and stuff, what will happen is you can cut off the end on the back and it won't come unraveled. So essentially that's what we're looking to do, is we're trying to make this tail easy to cut off without anything being able to ruin the project. And after, like there, that's 4, I can take the short blue and kind of get it out of the way. Now, like I was saying, if that blue was just kind of lying out here and it kind of looked like it was part of the pattern, you could kind of see where things could go awry. So that's what I'm saying, you kind of have to be diligent when you're doing a project like this. It's not so much of a problem with just a bracelet, because typically nobody's adding string on a bracelet, but the bigger bags and wall hangings, that kind of stuff, yeah, it could be a real thing. I'm glad you still watch. And yeah, I've been actually noticing on your Instagram some of the cool stuff that you're making crocheted. That's pretty awesome. So now doing this other side, it's the same thing except for in reverse. So basically when I I did half the knot there, and when I bring this other string in, the trick is I put it on the side that it's going to be going towards. So I may not have mentioned that on the last one, but yeah, that's part of the whole thing. I tie the knot. Lay the short one across the center. So yeah, this is just going to be so much adding string. It's going to be really, really crazy. Mind you, we're up to 725 skeins cut for the project. Some of them are still on the hook, which is over there, out of camera's sight, but they're on the hooks waiting to be added. But judging at the rate I've been having to grab them off the wall, it is quite obvious that I'm going to go through all of those relatively soon, and expect that I'll be cutting more string before next week. Cool. I look forward to seeing what you make. Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to know how to do crocheting, because much like what I've done with my bracelet work, was once I kind of have a skill, I can learn how to improvise. And always like the idea, like the little stuffed animals and that kind of things, like that would be a lot of fun for me. I would enjoy the problem solving and figuring out how to make that happen. So cool. Yeah, I'm really kind of torn about this whole. So you can see, like, this is the row that I'm starting out with, right? So I've only got, just this done today. But because the blues get done in this row here, I'm kind of halfway tempted in doing like a smaller version of my whole row thing. But at the same time, I know that if I bring it down like I did last time, where I do 4 squares and go all the way across, then I just have 4 squares after that left to go, because it's right now it's at 45 cm long, and the original idea was to only go like 60 cm. So I'm kind of hooked on the notion of getting it done as whichever way is fastest. And I think the aspirin or Tylenol or whatever I took, I think is finally kind of kicking in, because I am getting warm again. Let me take this off. Oh, and I'm sporting my "Don't Get Your Strings in a Bunch" t-shirt for my merch stuff, which is what? This button? Yeah, so I actually have cool merch if you guys are interested. That's that t-shirt right there. That's the one I have. So yeah, there it goes. So yeah, just another possible way of helping to support the channel. Right on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just bring this down. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about bracelets, something that, whatever, just let me know. Give me, send a text, an email, whatever. like, I never know what people don't know because I've been doing this for so long. It all seems so natural for me. So, when people come up with questions about stuff like, how to do segment knotting and stuff, it really strikes me as different because I'm so used to just knowing how to do this stuff. So that's not fair. You're like, now I want to go see the blanket and I can't. My computer's kind of preoccupied at the moment. Oh, and did she share the link to the Instagram? Did I miss that? Oh, thank you, sweetie. Hello, and I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. I have two things going against me here. One is the fact that the print on the screen is very small, so I can kind of only make out parts of it, and then on top of it, my American education fails me pretty much all the time when it comes to people's names that are like not like an American name. So yeah, but welcome back. Hello. I hate when the tail of the string kind of gets flipped around, tries to put itself into a knot, because when I'm sliding it up through my hands, I can end up like catching my fingers and stuff. So yeah, let's see. What else was there? Normally I've worked out all kinds of fun things to talk about, and because of not, feeling very well, being under the weather, I kind of skipped that one today, and now I'm suddenly sitting here going, oh, darn it. Yeah, 725 skeins so far. It's pretty crazy. You can definitely tell I'm not my usual self. I'm not sure if it's anything to do with any of the things I've been taking. But yeah. What happened, Jordy? Yeah, I'm having a hard time putting together full sentences, so yeah. Oh no. Running out of data. I remember that being a problem. We end up with a carrier where it's like really super cheap, and it stopped being a thing, but I remember that being a real. Don't incur, like, you know, overages or something on my account. I totally understand. Is my voice like a lot lighter than it normally is? It seems. I suddenly realized that might be a problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems that like data is becoming more and more um, easier to access, which is awesome. I keep getting ads on my YouTube saying that I could get a SIM card for just data for like $10. Like crazy. Yeah, so the worst part about this, besides the fever and being so cold, is that my throat is just, well, I guess you can tell in the voice, my throat is just raw. Um, I did test negative for COVID, um, but the doctor was saying that some people test negative for a few days before finally testing positive, so I have no idea. Right. Yeah, personally, I don't think I've gotten an actual legit phone call in ages. Like the only phone calls I've actually received were from scammers trying to tell me that, they're with the post office or the police or something stupid, or some are just in Chinese, so I fail. Whatever. So yeah, I pretty much only use data. Actually, the only time I think I actually call anybody is calling my wife, and that's only after she doesn't answer the WhatsApp messages. So at least I try data first, and then when that doesn't work out, then I call. Yeah, I hope I don't as well. I really do hope that it's not. I don't know what it is, but the fact that it's gotten, um, like I said, like when I don't know which I'm taking. It's like Tylenol. Um, but when it brings the fever down for a while, but then 4 hours later the fever comes right back. So whatever it is, it's pretty strong. It's got a hold on me. Right. Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised my wife hasn't come down with something, you know, because this started on Thursday night. So yeah. yeah, Friday we went and saw the doctor. The doctor was, you know, kind of, I don't know, just basically, you know, take it easy, lots of fluids, the same old shtick that you typically get from a doctor's office. Wow. I guess it's the thought that counts. Yeah, I'm gonna guess by the tone that it did not work. I wonder if that's been possible for me. If I'm just gonna keep testing negative, but it really is it. Okay. I'm not wearing a mask to bed, honey. You can't imagine how it would stay on. Especially with all the rolling over and stuff I've been doing because of being so cold. Thank you, Charity. One thing's for sure, since I've gotten sick, I have been putting down a lot of fluids. So far today, I think this is adding up to almost 5 liters of water. So, yay for that, I guess. But it's like I'm constantly thirsty because my throat is so raw. Oh, and there is a possibility it's not COVID because I do still have a perfect sense of taste. So there's at least that. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I am gonna try to. Well, I think I'm just doing it naturally just because, like I said, my throat, it's just... Ugh. Mind you, Diet Coke seems to ease the whole roughness, the scratchy feel, but I don't want to be drinking too much of that either. Yeah, we all know the kids are like the easy way of getting everything. So yeah, that's yeah, I definitely. I guess that makes sense. I guess that COVID doesn't mean that you're gonna. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's the whole thing just came down so suddenly. And mind you, I've had all my shots plus the booster shot. So if that's supposed to make it easier, if this is the easy version, then I'm really thankful I got the shots because I can't imagine a worse version. Yeah, so this is the fourth square down. This is basically how long I did that with the last row. And if I were to do it just like I did last time, it'll be just doing this all the way across, and then just doing that one more time, and this whole project is finished. So it sounds soon, but I don't know how long the last row took, so I don't. I'm pretty sure that I could probably look on Instagram and see when the last time I did a big full shot of it or whatever. That would give me an idea how long it took to do one row. But mind you, there was like 10 days of not being home and all kinds of other things that kind of interrupted the flow. So I really can't even go on that. I'm actually kind of pleased with the amount of progress I made today, though. This is bad. Yeah, for the life of me, I still can't think of any other clues I could give you guys that wouldn't just give it automatically away. But the secret word game is just a matter of you just chatting in the right word, and the bot will actually come out and tell you that you won. But what that word is, obviously, that's the big mystery. So yeah, um, the only clue I got is it has something to do with one of my older videos. So I was just looking at something about the anxiety and stuff for myself. There's a like a journal like thing that's supposed to made up um by doctors or whatever that's supposed to be good. I know. This particular one has been going on since like New Year's. I know. It's honestly I've only been working on this one really because um well, yeah, I have ADHD, so I tend to um like if I get started on another project, I might not want to come back to this, and I don't want that to happen. I want this thing finished. And so it's kind of like a deal I've made with myself is that once I finish this, then I can go on to other things I want to do. So yeah, it's sort of a there are other things I want to work on. Um, in fact, oh yeah, since I have a few of my Patreon people here, the you guys got to go back and check out the post where I posted the pictures of the patterns for the pillows I want to make. You guys are supposed to help me pick out which one I work on first. Yeah, when I got started on this project, I had actually considered trying to do other little projects, um, so that way I could keep having Friday videos and have interesting topics besides this. Um, but as this thing kind of got underway, it came really apparent that um, it takes up a lot of space. In fact, now it has become so incredibly difficult. Like just putting it on the board here, there's so much of the work kind of going around the corner and into the back, and all these strings just everywhere. It's really a little bit overwhelming. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like on the next pass because it's already quite a pain just where it is now. So yeah, it's and every time I have to move it, obviously that takes more time. So I don't. That's kind of I think why I'm going to go ahead and just do 4 down. Is the less time I spend moving it around, the more time I can actually spend to getting it finished. So that's there we go. The first of these little rows done. What you can't see is that there's a clip this direction down there holding these strings down, because if you let your work kind of come up off the board while you're knotting it, your it will have a curvature to it. So if you want to keep everything nice and flat, it does work to your advantage to kind of clip it down and try to keep the plane that you work on even throughout everything. So I actually did a video about that, like how to do a candy stripe that has zero curl to it. And basically you just turn the whole bracelet at an angle and come across in straight lines and just keep moving it up the clip each time. And it comes out super flat. So yeah, kind of a cool way of doing it. So let's do this. So once again, I want to thank all my Patreon supporters. What you guys contribute helps to keep the whole channel thing going. Like, I can't even thank you guys nearly enough. It really has kept me working even when I thought about giving up on the channel. So thank you guys very much. And I think I'm gonna have to actually call it a night, guys. It's starting to get really sore, and I still want to be able to have a voice tomorrow. So I'll be back here again next Saturday. If you guys have questions, shoot me a message and we can have something fun to talk about next week. I think we are gonna put off the group hangout. So if you guys get a hold of me, let me know when's a good time. I know that Gothic and Rainbow, you guys chat, so pick a time when it's good. Just give me a few days so I have time to get better and we can do that. But yeah, I'm wrecked. All right, so yeah, thank you. I am going to get plenty of rest. I'm going to at least try to. It's not been easy because I've been so, as soon as the meds wear off, I get so cold that I toss and turn and try to pull the blankets up, and yeah, it's yeah. But yeah, we'll work out another day, and I'll get with the wife to help get that newsletter out. So all right, guys, well, thank you all for showing up. It's been really fun, and I will catch you next week. So as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.